Was this too corny? The whole toy in the Toy Story 5 review? Okay. Alright. You know, as much as I played with toys as a kid, it's actually remarkably surprising how much I never really gravitated toward Toy Story movies as a kid. And this is not a franchise that, looking back, I ever would have expected to make it to 5 movies. Not that it wasn't good, not that it didn't have the legs to make it to 5 movies. It just kind of seemed like we were done. I'm actually a firm believer in a franchise can go as long as you have whatever made your franchise special. You know, you've seen the trailer, so you know what this is about. Bonnie, there's tech coming into Bonnie's life, and that threatens the toys. And now the toys got to figure out how to stop the robot apocalypse. So Lily Pad is the pseudo antagonist of the movie because she's the one who's in direct conflict with the toys. But I do say antagonist and not villain because she may be in conflict with the toys, but she wants what's best for Bonnie. This is definitely Jessie's show, The Cowgirl. The arc that she goes on of battling obsolescence is great. And it could have been as simple as toys this and tech that, and that's what it is. But we even get into some situations where you know, they don't say this outright, but you as the viewer can see, you know, technology battles obsolescence too. There are some tech hybrid toys in the movie that have also been thrown to the side because, you know, we don't play with iPhone 2 anymore. We're like on iPhone 26 or whatever we're on. It's very easy to look at the other side and go, you're the problem. You're the reason things aren't the way that they used to be or aren't good or blah, blah, blah. And then with a little bit of time, perspective, and conversation, if you're willing to have them, then you realize, no, the other side is quite often dealing with the same things that you're dealing with. Maybe not in the same way, but they are dealing with it. I mean, let's touch on just a couple of flaws. I don't think the movie has too many flaws. Let's just talk on a couple of flaws. First one is a superficial flaw. I buy that Bonnie is 9 years old. The whole time I was watching the movie, there's another girl in the movie. That girl ain't 9 years old. I do feel like there are a couple of pieces that they do all come together by the time the movie reaches its climax, but I feel like at times they're a little separated in what feels like a bit of a disjointed way. It doesn't last long, and you can look past that. Yeah, other than that, it was great. If you're looking for the OG characters that you like to be at the forefront, you're not necessarily going to get that. Okay, our era in that regard is finished. It's time for, you know, our kids. I got 2 daughters, right? My generation is Andy, and her generation is going to be Bonnie if they keep making movies, you know. So it's Bonnie and her group and these new toys that we've picked up since number 4, and you know, it's fine. And it's up to you to decide if you care about them as much as the old toys. It's up to you if you care about these sequels as much as, you know, 1, 2, and 3. Not to compare them. I think 5 is comparable to the first 3. Unlike 4, 5 is definitely comparable to the first 3. But, you know, mileage may vary. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about the movie. Make time to see this one. I remember I was talking about Disclosure Day, and I said there's a lot coming out, so I understand that falls through the cracks. Don't let Toy Story 5 fall through the cracks, especially if you have children. But you don't necessarily have to have children. Like I would have watched this even if I didn't take my daughters. I would have gone to this, and I would have been glad that I did. Let me tell you about one thing that happens in this movie, right? There's a digital toy kind of thing, right, that has never experienced play with kids before. That's how your toys are meant to play. This toy has never played, and he finally gets to play for the first time. I'm just gonna say Pixar knew what they were doing. Pixar knew what they were doing.